When suffering becomes too much to speak aloud, there is one who bore it in silence, Saint Padre Pio, warrior of the soul. O Saint Padre Pio, silent bearer of wounds, you who carried heaven's burden upon earthbound shoulders, we turn to you in search of peace that the world cannot give, and strength that does not falter when trials remain long. You knew pain that was not seen. You carried marks not only on your body, but deep within, where anguish met surrender, where agony transformed into silent love. In you, suffering became prayer. In you, endurance became healing. In you, hidden battles became victories no eye could see. We come to you not because we are strong, but because we are tired, uncertain, wounded in ways we can't explain. You understand that language, you spoke it all your life. Saint Pio, wrap your spirit around those who have cried in the dark, those who fight battles no one else notices, those who pray with trembling hands and aching hearts. You who welcomed the sick with eyes that saw deeper than illness, you who heard the cries of souls without judgment, we ask you to do the same for us now. Look into the places we try to hide. Touch the fears we can't voice. Speak into the silence that follows sleepless nights. When our minds are filled with unrest, when questions drown the whispers of peace, lay your wounded hand over our thoughts. Still the storm. Bring the calm that does not need answers. You taught that prayer is the weapon and patience is the armor. Help us remember this when our strength gives out. Teach us to wait, not in despair, but in quiet trust that light will return. Let your presence be a shield against thoughts that lie, against wounds that reopen, against shadows that cling. Saint Padre Pio, you bore the cross not with bitterness, but with a gaze fixed on the unseen victory. Help us see beyond what hurts. Help us rise above what drags us down. When loneliness echoes loudest, be our companion. When discouragement whispers failure, be our reminder that perseverance is also prayer. Pour into us the peace you gave to so many who came to you, not because they were whole, but because you saw holiness even in brokenness. You knew that wounds could become windows, that pain could become prayer, that silence could be more powerful than words. And so we ask you, intercede for those too weary to hope. Intercede for those near despair but hiding behind smiles. Intercede for those holding on by a thread no one else sees. St. Pio, if you could suffer and still choose compassion, if you could bleed and still lift others, teach us how to live beyond our wounds, not ignoring them, but transforming them. Let every scar become sacred. Let every ache become an offering. Let every tear water the roots of inner strength. In your company, we do not feel alone. In your intercession, we remember that healing is not always sudden, but always possible. And so we stay here in prayer, resting beneath your wounded hands, waiting for the rose to bloom from thorns, waiting for the morning that follows the longest night. O faithful soul, whose pain became peace for others, may we walk this path as you did, not with fear, but with courage wrapped in silence. Amen.